Hi there, Joka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and in this video I'm going to be focusing on the new baby animals die set. Here's the set. You can see that there's four animals. There's letters to create baby sentiment, and there is a full stitched rectangle. And the idea here is to add an animal head to one of those rectangles. And on my first card, as you can see, I die cut each animal head from white cardstock, heavyweight cardstock, and I think I layered 3 or 4 die cuts together to create a chipboard kind of thickness. And this is super simple because I will just create the color in the background. So then the second look that I'm going for here, I wanted to show you something different. This one here, I will fill with different colors. So first of all, I will glue the die cut, the color die cut on top of just printer paper. So it's really a thin layer of paper, but this will hold together all my small pieces that I will glue in there. And I used some colors, so not the same for every piece. I used pink for really light pink for the nose and mouth and the ears, and then a darker yellow for all the other pieces here except for the eyes. And actually, I don't know how to explain this. Well, you will see on some other projects that actually the eye, where I put these yellow pieces in there, that's actually the white of the eye. So this is kind of like it's more like a silhouette type of die, but I wanted to create something colorful with it. So technically you could add a little bit of black paint, or like you could use a pencil to do that, to create the eyeball, because that's how it was designed. But I think it looks all right this way as well. So I just wanted to create two different looks with this, but my favorite is definitely the white silhouette die. Now I removed that color because I wanted the eyes to stand out more, so I die cut them again from a darker, actually this is more like an orange because I didn't find any yellow among my 1,000 different cardstock. I did not find another yellow that matched these two yellows that I used before, so I just used orange for that. And each animal I'm going to create from different colors, and then we'll use the same color in different tones or hues for each of my squares. As you can see here, I'm using a really light yellow for that tiger, and then this version of the card is going to be the pastel version. And this is also a new die, a cover plate that is A2 size, and with this I'm just going to add some texture in the background. I will not add anything, any color or anything with it, but I didn't want to use just a simple white background. And also one of my cards, this one, is 5 by 7 inches, so I kind of just add a background texture with this cover plate. So I layered 2 die cuts together to give it some dimension, and I'm centering the die cut on my 5 by 7 inch background. Normally I like to line it up to the top and then add a sentiment at the bottom, but I wanted to do something different. So I am adding the animal heads using some foam tape on the squares. I'm also centering those. And then I'm adding one animal in each corner of the A2 size die cut there. And then I will add the sentiment in the middle. I'm also using foam tape on the squares just so that they pop out a little bit from the background. And then this card, I think I will only add a little bit. Maybe I will add some enamel dots to add a little bit of extra something to it, because I always feel like, especially when I'm using white backgrounds, I always feel like the cards are so a bit too simple. But it's funny though, because I actually like white backgrounds in a way. They are clean, and I seem to be using them a lot these days. Okay, but moving on to the other idea. Here I'm using larger, not large, sorry, the bolder colors, not so pastel as before. I was already thinking ahead, because when I was photographing these projects, I realized that what I should have done, I think it would have been such a fun idea if I had created a lot of these animals, these ones with the white animals and the colorful backgrounds, and then created like even a 12 by 12 project for a baby. I just don't have any babies in my family or friends. We are already too old for that. But I think it would be so fun, and then you can customize the colors to, to match your baby's room. I think it would be so adorable. I should have thought of it before, I always have these ideas too late. So anyway, now I'm using in the smaller size, the A2 size card base, and I've added the 4 squares as a grid, and my sentiment will also just be baby, and then I'll add the 4 white chipboard type animals, and that's it. So it's a super simple card, but I love it. I love just this silhouette, as much as I love colorful things, and I prefer adding as much color as I can. I think this one looks best just cut from one color. And because it's white and the squares are bold colors, it stands out. So it's just, I think it looks great. I like that look. Or you could also use black. In fact, I might have added a black graphic to the packaging, but I thought for babies, white is cuter. So again, I have some matching enamel dots. This one is the peach set. So to add some dimension, I will, a little something different. I'll add some of these. And one thing, first of all, I do have some of the colors that actually look good with these colors. Now this one, I don't have 2 different blues. So periwinkle for the last one, that's kind of purplish, is perfect. And then I have a gray blue type. From that set, only one color really fits that square. And what I'm showing you here is that there's 2 different bees in the baby set, and I actually lined them up to add a different color for the background, but I'm showing you that the 2 bees are not the same size. However, it's not visible because I'm using the bigger on the smaller background. And that's it. I have both of these cards done. In 2 different looks. Tell me which one is your favorite. I already mentioned which one is mine. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you check out all the other videos on the channel today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.